Sometimes we need to relax the eyes, the mind, the heart. Take a break from that busy schedule of our everyday lives. We're so consumed in this constant decision-making process that we forget that every now and then we need to take a break. In the 1980s, there was a Japanese doctor who came upon a method, and I won't say he created this method, it's more of a discovery, but it was about walking in the forest, sitting, contemplating. They called it forest bathing. It's actually well documented that it can reduce stress levels, the heart rate goes down, so many health benefits associated with forest bathing. But not always can you get into a forest. So I have this other concept, and it's something I engage in quite regularly too, and I call it open air bathing. But instead of being within a forest, you're out in the open air. I mean, look around. We're stuck in a room for so long every day. You're on your phone, you're on your computer. You're not looking more than 3 or 4 meters away at any time. Open air bathing, for me, is about all the benefits of forest bathing, but also being able to look much, much further than 10 meters. As photographers, we are always looking for compositions, but this sense of relaxation, this open air bathing, forces us to contemplate a scene just that little bit longer, so that when we do finally get our camera out, we know that we've got the scene and the composition that is going to turn a good photo into a great photo. As photographers, we are generally drawn to scenes full of drama. Sometimes you need to take a small break from that. There's the sound of the birds off in the distance, there's very little wind, there are no clouds. The sun is streaming straight at me. I need to be able to capture that feeling. And I think the only way to do that is with a long exposure. Because even as calm as it is, there's still ripples on the water. And so the best way to combat that is put on your filter, get a nice long exposure, and perhaps even shoot in black and white. So I'm just going to get this composition first, and I think I need to give the spit some space. And I don't really like this foreground here, but I think what I'll end up doing is just doing a panorama, and the sky is stunning, so let's push that up some more. Lock that off. So as you can see from the composition, the horizon is right through the middle. But what I'll do is I'll crop that a little bit, because we don't need to see the grass unless I get up closer, and I might try that in a minute. I can feel all the stresses of the week just dissipate. By moving closer to the grass, you can see it actually becomes this really important component of the scene. Now, of course, having that grass in the foreground and the spit further towards the back with the hills behind, we do now have this quite large expanse of water, which I think it becomes part of that whole relaxation that we're striving for. And to convey that relaxation that we feel, we do need a lot of negative space. Once again, you get to look through the camera and see how that negative space, I think, really works. because it's not just a flat colour. You've got the gradient from the sun, which is literally just here. The grasses in the foreground, they're moving from the breeze. So I'm not really concerned about them being in focus or not. It's clarity of mind, not clarity of image. On the histogram, you can see everything is within range. We've got f16, 50 seconds. I think it's a really lovely composition and the light levels look really nice. Well, that is smooth. You can see here, I've got this pond just here, I've got a tree on this side, balancing it out, but it's also a bit further back in the field. Then we've got the spit, so everything's drawing our eyes into the spit and then levelling out at the top. I do have some grasses in the foreground, and those grasses do encroach onto the pond, and I'm fine with that because they will be mostly out of focus, and that will give a nice sense of depth without having the eye drawn back towards the bottom of the frame. We're still in black and white. f16, 50 seconds. Maybe it's my calm state of mind, but I have found this really simple composition. It's literally just grass and sky. I like it. What started out as an exercise in improving my photography, forcing me to relax and think about the surroundings, it's actually turned into a bit more introspection than even I thought I'd be doing. And I guess that's the whole point of the open air bathing. During my walk around the headlands here, I've come to realise just how fortunate I have actually been in my life. And I was thinking this because I live just across the river and I see South Arm Point every day when I wake up in the morning. I can remember in my 20s scrounging underneath the washing machines in a laundromat for the spare $1 or $2 that might help us buy some milk or bread. And I've gone from that point in my life to having 2 beautiful children, to finding someone who supports me in everything I do, which is much more important than you can realise. Plus, I live in this incredible place. We have everything we need. It's a relatively slow pace, so we don't feel ultra stressed all the time. It takes me 15 minutes to drive to work, 15 minutes to ride to work. I've got the mountain 30 minutes away. 2 hours in any direction will get me so deep into the wilderness, from wild seashores to dense rainforests to mountain peaks. Yeah, I'm really fortunate. If you like the fact that I've brought you here and given you some food for thought, please press the like button. It does help me out so much. I've got a very, very small channel right now and I'm pushing to grow this channel